Hi, welcome to Hooverville Farms. We are cooking lunch today for the puppies and for my dogs. So I thought I've had so many requests to show you how I do this, and I've been doing this for years. Okay, number one, I do feed my dogs kibbles, and I've tried every brand that you could possibly think of. And yes, this has corn in it. And when you get the high expensive ones and you start reading the ingredients, they put so many different ingredients, herbs and things of that. So chicory, everything. It gives my puppies the runs, make them sick. It just doesn't make sense. So this is the only one I found that my puppies can eat and be healthy. It has the vitamins in it, and it does not give them the runs. The next thing I found is my filler. Now, let's talk about making food for dogs. People make it so complicated. I'm a farm girl. It's real simple. You need a protein, and the protein should be between 80-85%, and then your filler should be 15 to 20% depending on your dog and their diet. So I've tried rice, I've tried brown rice, and the one I like the most is the steel cut oats. This came from Walmart. It does take longer to cook, but it has all the nutritional value, the fiber, and they get a better benefit from it. Then I have I don't even know what they call this. I have a pot and I have filtered water, and it's okay if you don't. This is what I do to heat up my water. And usually when I give them kibbles, I always moisten it, and I moisten it with water. And then, of course, everybody knows that I cook chicken quarters, and that's their main meat. And then I get the chicken broth, and I always mix it 50-50. You have to mix the chicken broth with 50% of water because it's just too strong for babies. Okay? Now, here's my pot. This is a large frying pan, and we're at the tail end of it. Today we're having salmon. So I put my steel oats in my frying pan. I get my chicken broth and my fat, and then I put my water in there, and then I add my vegetables. All these vegetables are frozen that you can buy from Walmart. So we have frozen green beans and frozen peas, frozen carrots, and frozen sweet potatoes. Okay, and then I have my grounded flaxseed, and I put that in there. And then after it cooks down, then after 15-20 minutes, then if I have to add water, I will. But then today's salmon, then I'll put my salmon on top of it and let it cook. Now, this is a lot because each dog is only going to get a tablespoon of this. And with my puppies, I have to grind this up. With my regular big dogs, I don't. Because in the wild, what people don't understand is, they eat a carcass. The inside of the stomach is what has the fruits and the vegetables and all the other stuff. And that's where they get that from. And yes, this also has two fruits. It has blueberries, strawberries, and then once it cools down, I will add my unsweetened applesauce to this. So we've got three fruits. That's strawberries, blueberries, unsweetened applesauce. Okay, we've got, four vegetables? We got green beans. We've got peas. We've got carrots. And we have sweet potatoes. Then we have our filler, which is our steel oats. Then we have our fat, which is chicken fat. And then we have our broth, which is the broth from the home-cooked chicken quarters. So we're going to put this on top. And then when it comes down to lunch, I will serve it up. I will go ahead and take this, add some water to it, let it get soft up. I will go ahead and chop up my salmon in there and put it in a mixer. And then I will put 1, 2, 3 tablespoons because I'm feeding 3 dogs and a mom because babies only get a half a teaspoon. So it comes out about right. And then the rest of this, now I will freeze this and or save some in the refrigerator because that's a lot of filler. And I feed this to all my dogs. But I hope this helps. And this is just lunch. Now, people also ask me, what do I feed for my protein. So we're going to go back. That's my salmon. I feed, different proteins. They have beef. They have chicken. They have chicken livers. They have beef livers. But the liver's only fed to them twice a month because of the high vitamin content. It will make them sick. Then, I feed salmon to them. And then when I feed pork to them, never feed pork loin. Figured that one out, binds them up. It's got to be the fatty pork, cut out the fat, just give them the other part of the pork. Then, they get unsalted. Make sure everything you feed them has no preservatives, no salt. So, if I can get oysters or anything along that line that's unsalted, I will feed that to my dogs. Anyway, I just hope this helps. And I love you guys. Okay, bye-bye.